From indestructible warlords to unpredictable agents of chaos, these pirates' names don't just make waves, they make tsunamis, like captains who can wipe out entire crews just by existing. So buckle up as we have a look at the most wanted pirates in One Piece. Before we start, note that everything here is based on the most recent episode of the anime, so who knows what kind of surprises wait along the way. Number 10. Starting off, we have the famously known Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. With the bounty of 3 billion berries, he's certainly one of the coolest pirate captains out there. His name as the Surgeon of Death isn't for nothing. This guy has one of the most overpowered devil fruit powers there from the Ope Ope no Mi. This ability allows him to create domains where he can casually rearrange anything, people, objects, and even body parts. Pair this with his doctoring skills and you have the perfect medic right there. But it's not all about his overpowered fruit. Law's loyalty to Luffy and his crew runs deep. Even with how calm he is, he's still a force to be reckoned with. And with that, he will be the starting member of this list. Number 9. Of course, this list of most wanted pirates won't be complete without the man, the myth, the rubbery legend himself, Monkey D. Luffy. As captain of the Straw Hat Pirates and certified meat enthusiast, Luffy currently has a bounty of 3 billion berries. Along with his iconic straw hat, Luffy is also known for his Gomu Gomu no Mi powers, which essentially turns him into a human rubber band. As creative as he is, he also invented gears, the powerful transformations that ridiculously increase his strength. However, it's not just his powers that make him a threat, it's his sheer willpower. His bounty jumped up to 3 billion after he defeated Kaido, one of the most feared Yonko in the world. And don't think he's done just yet. This guy's bounty is rising faster than Nvidia's after they mentioned the word AI. In the end, Luffy is more than just a stretchy pirate with a big dream. He's the heart and soul of One Piece. And also an unforgettable pirate with a black hole for a stomach. But speaking of unforgettable, that brings us to another pirate. One whose rise to power defies all logic. Number 8. Introducing the legendary Buggy the Clown. Yes, that Buggy. Somehow he defied all odds and managed to become one of the most wanted pirates in the world, with a head-scratch-inducing bounty of 3.189 billion berries. So how did he get here? Let's break it down. His ability Bara Bara no Mi allows him to dismantle his body like a human jigsaw puzzle. He can also control his body parts to float, and he does this to attack and dodge attacks. Sounds impressive? Kinda. Through the power of sheer misunderstanding, he created a mercenary group. From there, his reputation snowballed so much, and now he's up there with the likes of Shanks, Luffy, and Blackbeard. At the end of the day, Buggy might not be the strongest pirate alive, but he certainly is the luckiest. Well, love him or hate him, he's a living proof that sometimes it's better to be lucky than skilled. Now, after Buggy's interesting rise to Yonko status, let's shift gears to someone else who actually earned their legendary reputation.
Yonko ka. Eraku natta na. Piero.
Number 7. Considered the greatest swordsman in the world, Dracula Mihawk has racked up a bounty of 3.59 billion berries. He isn't just good with a sword, he's the kind of swordsman who can casually slice a mountain. Unlike the rest of the pirates we've seen that use devil fruits, Mihawk's weapon of choice is Yoru, a massive black sword that is classified among the 12 supreme grade blades. And here's the thing, Mihawk doesn't even have a crew. He's a solo act, traveling the Grand Line alone, and always ready for anyone who thinks they're ready to face the greatest swordsman. With that, Mihawk is the epitome of cool, calm, and deadly. To anyone facing the legendary Hawkeyes, the only piece of advice to give is don't blink. But while Mihawk's strength comes from pure, unmatched skill, there's another pirate who's playing a different game. A man with less finesse and more raw power.
俺の方が多く作った畑も手伝ってやったじゃん俺は住まわせてやった
Number 6. Next on the list is Marshall D. Teach, better known as Blackbeard. With a bounty of 3.996 billion berries, Blackbeard is a master of manipulation, choosing to play the long game and strike when you least expect it. Let's talk about his devil fruit powers. You heard right, plural. He's the only known pirate to wield 2 devil fruits. First, there's Yami Yami no Mi, which allows him to control darkness and literally suck up anything in its path. Then there's Gura Gura no Mi, which lets him create pretty powerful earthquakes. If you think that sounds overpowered, well, you're absolutely right. But one of Blackbeard's biggest feats is when he took part in Whitebeard's death, even though he joined his crew at a young age. After that, he stole his Gura Gura no Mi powers, officially setting him up as one of the most dangerous pirates in the world. When it comes to Blackbeard, there's no such thing as a fair fight. He's everything that represents a true pirate. Powerful, ruthless, and has a cool nickname.
皇帝まだお目に入だろ
Number 5. But if there's one pirate who isn't falling for Blackbeard's dirty tricks, it's a man who needs no introduction. Red-haired Shanks, one of the 4 emperors. Even without a devil fruit, he's managed to climb up the pirate food chain, racking up a bounty of 4.048 billion berries. What makes him so interesting is the fact his mastery of haki, especially his conqueror's haki, is off the charts. Even Dracula Mihawk acknowledges his skill. This red-haired pirate is also the man who set Luffy on his path to starting his adventure by giving him the iconic straw hat. So in a way, Shanks started this entire One Piece story. At the end of the day, Shanks is the kind of pirate who commands respect just from his presence alone. All it takes is an easygoing vibe, unshakable charisma, and the kind of haki that could give any Yonko second thoughts. But while Shanks is the calm before the storm, the next pirate on our list is the storm itself.
これな、ジュースでも飲め。わ、ありがとう。ほらガキだ、面白い。汚ねえぞ、チャンクス。
Number 4. Brace yourselves because Charlotte Lindlin is next on the list. While she's better known as Big Mom, her hunger pangs are more dangerous than any fleet of pirate ships and has a bounty of 4.388 billion berries. Big Mom's powers come from Soru Soru no Mi, which lets her manipulate the souls of others. She can extract years from someone's lifespan and add them to her own, or create homies out of inanimate objects and the elements. It's not even her devil fruit that makes her terrifying, it's her raw power. As a child, Big Mom was pretty much a monster, taking down giants with her bare hands. Now she's nearly unstoppable, and may heaven help you if she throws a hunger fit. But it's not all chaos. Big Mom also controls the strategic force. She runs the massive Big Mom Pirates crew, which includes her 85 children. No, I didn't stutter. 85 kids, each with their own unique abilities, and they all answer to her. Big Mom isn't just a Yonko, she's a force of nature, and her bounty reflects that. But if you thought Big Mom was unstoppable, wait till you meet our next contestant.
Big Mom, なぜここに? やばいやばい、食われ.
Number 3. Now we've arrived at the strongest creature in the world, the one and only Kaido. With a staggering bounty of 4.611 billion berries, Kaido is the definition of indestructible. Kaido's power comes from an extremely rare mythical Zoan devil fruit called Uo Uo no Mi. This lets him transform into a massive fire-breathing dragon with blasts that are even strong enough to obliterate an entire mountain. And when he's not in dragon form, he's still an absolute beast. Kaido's dream is simple. All he wants is to start the greatest war the world has ever seen. Unlike all the other pirates, he doesn't care about glory or treasure. All he wants is pure chaos. His defense is otherworldly. He even received a barrage of attacks from Luffy in his Gear 3 and Gear 4 forms. Yet, all he received was a minor headache. But if Kaido is the strongest creature in the world, then our next pirate is the strongest man in the world. Number 2. Next up is none other than Edward Newgate, better known as Whitebeard. He's the man who's gotten closest to the title of Pirate King. With the jaw-dropping bounty of 5.046 billion berries, Whitebeard wasn't just a force to be reckoned with. He was a living legend. His power Gura Gura no Mi allowed him to create massive shockwaves and earthquakes strong enough to destroy entire islands. Even with his immense power, he didn't use it for mindless destruction. Whitebeard protected his crew and territory with his life, making him both feared and respected by friend and foe alike. Unfortunately, he made his final stand at Marineford, where he was stabbed, shot, and cannonballed 465 times to protect Ace. Even with that, he continued to fight on and eventually died while standing. His legacy still lives on as a legend. He wasn't just a Yonko, he was a symbol of strength, loyalty, and what it truly means to be a pirate. From what we've seen, Whitebeard was considered a legend. However, our next pirate was the man who started it all. One whose name is enough to make the world tremble.
いい航海だった。
Number 1. At the top of the list, we have the one and only Goldie Roger, the Pirate King. With an unmatched bounty of 5.564 billion berries, Roger didn't just play the pirate game, he made it. He sailed to the very end of the Grand Line and discovered the legendary treasure, the One Piece. Although he didn't have a devil fruit, his mastery of haki was legendary. He could easily clash with the strongest Yonko without needing any supernatural abilities. Despite all his power, Roger's true legacy was the dream he represented. Unlike many pirates, he wasn't after wealth or domination. He searched for adventure, freedom, and the thrill of discovering the unknown. Roger's execution was supposed to be the end of his story, but instead, he sparked the greatest pirate era the world has ever seen and inspired a new generation of pirates to chase their dreams, including our boy Luffy. In the end, Goldie Roger was more than just a pirate. He was a symbol of freedom, adventure, and the unbreakable will to follow your dreams, no matter what.
俺の財宝か。欲しけりゃくれてやる。探せ。この世のすべてをそこに置いてきた。
And that's it. Next, here's the video talking about the most luxurious islands in One Piece. You can check it out. With that, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.